Papa Team 6, welcome to another episode of For the Dads. Your boy, Willie One Shelf. I am out in San Francisco right now. Super Bowl week. Sherm, he is rocking from the bus. I hope the trash is taken out. I hope everybody in Nashville, I hope your power is back on right now. Ours, I think we're on I don't even know what day we're on anymore. Yeah. Day 8, day 9.
Yeah.
Day 10, no power. Big news. Big news from For the Dads.
What's going on?
20,000 subscribers on YouTube. 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching right now, which honestly, I hope, listen, we have video format, obviously on YouTube, but also on Spotify. Part of me is hoping nobody's tuned in right now because I have like a red eye situation going on, like a little scratch from my contact. And good. I don't have any contacts. I don't have any leftover contacts that I brought with me. So I'm going to have to get them out somehow. I just got the contact case. I got some saline solution. Get them out, get them in the case, get the glasses on.
Yay.
But got a red eye situation going on here. But if you're watching, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Again, we just hit 20,000 on YouTube. I cannot begin to tell you guys how big that is for the brand and for the boys and for the dads. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, Galaxy, whatever it is,
Galaxy.
Make sure you are following. We love to engage with the community. We love to build and interact with the community. So any chance that you guys want to be featured on the show, you can hit us on all these social channels. You can drop comments on YouTube, drop comments on Spotify. We have a lot to go through here today. Or you can call into our hotline. 601 The Dads is our hotline.
Yep.
If you are international or you don't want your voice to be heard, you can write into 601thedads@gmail.com. Boys, how we feeling? How we living? How we doing?
Feeling good. I do have an update for you as far as Spotify goes too. We actually hit a number today, this morning, 30,000 subs on Spotify.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
Is that
dude? Is that right? There's no way.
So that's not
you
right.
You might be wrong.
Technically, we have broke 322,000 total plays on Spotify specifically, and we have 9,435 Spotify followers. And we're doing really well.
Hey. Let's hit 10K.
No. You know what he's talking about, Will? We hit 30K on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
We hit 30K on TikTok.
I'm so sorry.
Spotify 30,000 would have been like, what, dude? How am I just now hearing about that?
I swear my brain short-circuited, and I was like, I completely just made up that Derek walked over to my desk this morning and said that we hit 30K on something. Like, I felt crazy there for a second. I'm so glad you did tell me it was. I got the Spotify part wrong, but
we're at 9,000. Let's get to 10. Let's get to 10. If you're listening on Spotify, hit the follow button. If you're listening on Spotify, hit the follow button.
Come on.
There's a Reddit page out there.
Yeah, there is.
Building an empire on Reddit. Shout out to those boys. Didn't you say, Derek, you got in contact, you made contact? It's Ethan. He's the leader, the PT6 leader out there.
Yeah, so right now they have 107 weekly visitors on this. It is r/For the Dads podcast, 78 weekly contributors. And shout out to little EZZ. His name's Ethan. We've been in contact. This is the page. They have a pull up right now saying, Trash Day. What does the big, beautiful truck come by and dip and rip those diapers away, dads? And you get to pick the day your trash is coming.
Come on. What a great poll.
Good poll.
Good poll.
Go ahead.
Just to dip in, Will, because this was a really great question and it comes from our Reddit. This is like a fastball right down the middle as far as a Will Compton question goes.
I hope my brain's operating right now.
Oh, you got this one. This comes from CPA Ginger on Reddit. Titled Crib Transition. Hello, fellow PT6ers. Have a 1-year-old who has unfortunately slept in our bed for the past few months and will not let us put him down into his crib without screaming his head off. He has never used a passy, and when he is asleep, generally sleeps through the night. We never had an issue with our first child with this issue. What suggestions do y'all have or book recommendations? I know the boys have 2 that they recommend, but I feel like that's more geared towards the early days.
What's the fastball down the middle?
That the 12 hours by 12 weeks. Well, I know the Moms on Call book does longer than just like it would cover the first year essentially.
Yeah, there you go. Well, just because when you read that, like we didn't do any of the co-sleeping, and I'm not saying that co-sleeping is a bad thing by any means. I know what happens. A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
But I personally, I don't have. That's not in my jurisdiction. So, and when he says, I know you recommended a couple books, but it seems like those are more for the early stages. So I'm thinking, well, yeah, he's right. In my brain, I would say it's more for the early stages. But I don't know. Like, is the baby 3 months old or 4 months old right now? I would say you can get to whatever the starting phase of the sleep training is and start trying to incorporate that from the book. But again, that is out of Willie Oneshaw's jurisdiction. Maybe there's some dads in the chat or in the comments that could throw a book recommendation out there for if you're trying to go from, co-sleeping with your child to them transitioning them into the crib. There's probably a lot of good literature out there on it.
And I could be mistaken, but I do believe that the Moms on Call book goes to maybe even a full year. So if it is a 1-year-old, which is what they're saying on here, check that out. As far as it gives like a good, it goes by like months. So it'll be like 4 to 6 months and then, 6 to 9 months and it increases. So check that out. I did short circuit yet again. I need to drink more Olipop and wake up a little bit and didn't realize it was 12 hours by 12 weeks. So the cutoff on that book would
if this young child is 1 year old already, I'm thinking, I would have to Google a couple times, see what books are out there. That's how I'd be handling it. Chat Willie C.
Yeah, 1 year. I mean, they were like what, 12 weeks old? I don't.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Hey, good reminder for the new dads tuned in. We are not experts by any means. We love to talk about our experiences in parenthood, bust some balls, talk dads, talk to the Milk Team Sixers, which, by the way, these are in store, right? Yeah.
Yes, they are, and they look so good.
I might just have to rock these because these are slick.
Bro, it looked nice when you were at the media day yesterday. They looked filthy.
Did you get any comments, Will?
Yes. Got a couple, just like walking up past and hey, what's that? What's that hat say? Oh, Milk Team 6.
Oh, what's that about? Well,
You got a kid? You got a kid?
Dads.
You pumping? You're on Milk Team 6.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I have speaking of dad life, I have I miss the family right now. It was hard for your boy to leave for San Francisco. Not like hard as like the power's out. There's a lot of chaos going on. I know there's times where you feel like you've just been on fumes and you got a trip coming up or a work trip or something. And you see it as like, okay, this will be a breath of fresh air or it'll be nice to get out, yada, yada, yada. But being in San Francisco, we're going essentially all week. So Monday through, I think we get back Saturday. And as it was coming up, I tell Rue on Sunday, because Char was operating bar 3 at the time. So I am just rocking with Scotty and Rue. Scotty's down for a nap. Rue and I are kind of hanging out. So I feel like, okay, I'm going to start anchoring Rue that, hey, Dad is going to be gone.
And literally cut out as he said gone. That could have been.
Maybe it was a sign.
More perfectly timed. So while we're waiting to get Will back.
It's a good time to do that song we practiced.
It is a good time to do that song we practice. And
what song do we practice?
Well, we didn't have a song. But what I will say while we're still waiting for Will is what he's about to talk about with Rue is one of my biggest fears as far as development with Scarlett. Of like when she starts to become.
Wait, do you think he knows that he's cut out?
No, he's still talking.
Oh, like, do you think he knows that he's cut out from the pot?
Oh,
there he goes.
Oh, there he goes. But yeah, while we still are getting him back, like Scarlett basically getting to the age where she
Yeah.
realizes that, oh, dad's leaving. Like, I think it was both Taylor, Will, and then we had somebody on Bussin' with the Boys where they were like, is daddy going on an airplane?
Luke.
Luke Combs.
Yeah,
That's
he brought
right.
that up a couple times.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can-
Yes.
Oh, boys, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
What's going on?
You said Rue was saying that Dad, are you gonna be gone? Like,
Yeah, sorry. I think the Wi-Fi ran out of the 24 hours. I think I logged on yesterday at this time. My 24 hours was up, so then I just reconnected it to the Wi-Fi. But Wi-Fi, Willie, we are back online.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I'm starting to anchor Rue in for Dad leaving. I was like, hey, sweetheart, I just want to let you know Dada's got to go on a work trip. Dada's going to fly on an airplane. I'm going to San Francisco. And Dada's got to do stuff for football. Dada's going to be gone for 5 sleeps. And she's like, oh, no, Dada, why you got to be gone? I was like, well, Dada has to do work. So we're kind of talking about the work stuff. Why do you have to go do that? I forget how she says San Francisco, but it was absolutely adorable. And later that day, Charles was doing bedtime with Scotty. And Rue's up there giving her a hug, kiss, 3 squeezes, giving her the whole goodnight routine to Scotty. Rue starts walking downstairs. And I see Rue. I'm like I'm sitting in the chair in the living room. I look up, I see Rue, and she seems sad. And I was like, hey, sweetheart, what's going on? Why do you look sad? And as she's like walking down the last couple steps, she hits the floor and she looks at me and she's like, I don't want Dada to go bye-bye, and just starts crying as she starts to pick it up and jog over towards me. She starts crying and weeping. I pick her up and I'm like holding her. I'm holding her on my chest. I'm just kind of sitting on the chair, like while she cries.
Yeah.
Just let her know that it's going to be okay. Like, hey, it's 5 sleeps. Dad, I'll send you videos and pictures, and we'll talk every day. And dude, my heart was breaking sitting there holding her as she cried, not wanting Dad to leave for San Francisco.
And she ran into your arms, correct? Like, she didn't fall on the floor crying. She ran to you.
No, yeah, she didn't fall on the floor. She like started to jog over I was like, oh, come here, come sit with Dad. Then she kind of starts running over to me. I pick her up, and dude, it was the saddest thing, bro, as she's crying. After about 45 seconds of her sitting there crying on my chest, mid cry, as I'm kind of like, stroking her hair and patting her on the back and rubbing her back. She hits me with, Dad, can I have a cookie?
Bro, she's learning. Learning.
Sweetheart, of course you can have a cookie. But in that story, I found a little dad hack, like while I am trying to make her feel better with everything. And I was like, here's what we can do. Do you want to hear what we can do while Dad's gone? And she was like, yeah. I was like, we should go into my closet and you can pick out a shirt or something of Dad's in his closet. And you can essentially treat it like a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
To where whenever Dad's gone or you get sad or you're doing bedtime, like you can just lay with Dad's shirt. You can cry, you can be sad, you can be happy, whatever you want to use it for. But we can go pick out a shirt from Dada's closet, and then you can have that shirt. You can walk around with this shirt all week long if you want to. I was like, would that make you feel better? And she was like, she nods her head yes. And we walk in my closet, pick out a sweatshirt, the girl dad sweatshirt. I'm telling her what girl dad means. Like, girl, that's like a call to you. That girl is for Rue. Girl dad, that's dada. She's fired up about it. She sleeps with it that night next to me and Char, like as we do a sleepover that night. Because I'm like, hey, let's do a sleepover. And I'll wake you up when I leave in the morning, because I had to wake up like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Give you a hug, kiss, 3 squeezes, all of it. And you just do your best. You do your best because you get like heartbroken that you have to leave. Even when I left, Charlie texted me like when I took off for the flight, and I'm like, oh, I miss you guys already. And she was like, the minute you left, Rue started weeping again.
Oh no!
And she was just crying. And then Charles sent me a chain of chain of texts. I'll read them to you guys. Let's see here. It's been a couple of days, so we've texted quite a bit. Let me see. Okay, here it is. She said, Rue started weeping pretty much as soon as you shut the door. So after I tried calming her for a while, she kept crying. I was like, let's talk about what we love about Dad and what we'll do all week while he's gone.
Ooh.
And then also what we'll do when he gets back. And she said, of course, she held me to it. We had to go back and forth over and over talking about what we love about you. Then what we'll do what we'll do when you're gone. And then finally what we'll do when you're back. And then she says this morning she wanted to sing about you. She's like, let's sing about Dad. And Charles like, she goes, I was like, okay. And then Charles says like, the little asterisk starts singing.
Yeah.
And then she's like, then she tells me I'm not singing right.
Of course.
You're not doing it right. You're not singing correctly.
Mom,
nothing will send a 3-year-old sideways when you just don't get the words to a song right.
No.
Dad, I love Dad. No, you're not singing it right.
Dad's the greatest.
But in that story, Dad hack the sweatshirt or t-shirt when you're gone. Because she's like cuddling with them, like, oh, does it smell like Dad? And she's like nodding her head. Yes, she has no clue. I don't think so. Anyway, maybe she does. But Dad hack, use the t-shirt, use the sweatshirt while Dad has gone.
Dude, there's nothing that has brought tears to my eyes more than when Jill hit me with a similar statement of, I was being very down on myself. This was very early in Scarlett's life, like first month maybe. And I just felt like I wasn't doing a good job stepping up to the plate. This was probably around the raccoon ladder incident.
Yeah, the old raccoon.
The old raccoon ladder incident. And I'm going through my frustrations. I'm like, I just feel like such a bad dad. And Jill kind of had like tears in her eyes, but she wasn't crying. And she was like, I just want you to know you're not a bad dad. Scarlett and I talk about how much we love you all the time when you're not home and how much we miss you and what a great dad you are. And like the thought of that conversation being carried out without me there is crazy. That's
right?
Crazy. And the fact that Rue can bring that up, like it's not even Mom bringing that up now. Rue's like, okay, Mom, now you have to say something you love about Dad.
Yeah.
That's
As
so
they just sit there
cool.
laying in bed, and Charles like, God, I wish we could just fall back asleep. It's 4:30 in the morning.
I know. I forgot it was 4:30. Poor Charo.
Oh man.
How
You want to what were you gonna ask?
How had the FaceTimes been? Have you been FaceTiming Rue?
I've only been able to do a couple because again, like today's Tuesday as we're recording, left Monday morning. Again, our flight was at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Landed in San Francisco at like 9:30. Had to, from the airport, drive right over to the Pro Bowl, do all the Pro Bowl activities till about 2 o'clock. And then came and checked in the hotel. Then we had to get credentialed, drive an hour out to Super Bowl Media Days. That's when we did all the Media Day stuff until about 7 o'clock, 6:30 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Drove an hour back to the hotel and sat down at probably like 8:30 or 9, shot the intro for the podcast to do, to get ready for the interview with Vrabel the next day. Got done here at the hotel at like 10 o'clock at night, which it's midnight now back at home. So we were on the move all day long. And then again, 3:30 a.m. wake up call this morning to drive an hour. Like we're an hour away from, it feels like everything. I feel we're like in the financial district of San Francisco.
Yeah.
It feels like we're in the mix, but it seems like everything's like an hour away.
And does Rue have the capability of, like, if she wanted to FaceTime Dada, does she know how to get on Charo's, I almost called her Char. Good Lord. Charo's phone and call Dada?
No, she would need Charo to do it.
Yeah.
She would need Charo to do it.
That's the one thing that makes me laugh overhearing Taylor sometimes of like his girls will just call him and they'll have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
Just want to sit and hang on the phone. We'll just be staring down there. It's like she'll have the iPad and it'll just be like this as she's like looking down at me. I'll be like, hi, Russo, how was your day? Good. Or she'll just be like walking to where the camera's just doing this the whole time. And then she'll want to put it down and do an activity. Dad, watch me draw. And it'll just be like this. And I'll be pretending to watch her draw.
And just Jill's cousin has a son that does the same thing on FaceTime. Shout out Easton. And he just has the heaviest toddler breathing, which just makes it 20 times funnier. Do that same thing that you just did with the camera.
They're having it like this.
And then it's just...
Like, so, sweetheart, how was your day? Good. Hey, Dad, watch me draw. Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
It's like everything is just the most like taking the breath out of him. Which
Yeah.
Scarlett's starting to do that when she drinks water, dude. It makes me giggle, dude. Just
Dude, is it not so fun
so
hearing them?
funny. She's just sitting there sucking on that straw, and after she gets done, it's like, mm.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's a big sip.
Then they'll have it, and then they'll go right back to the bag. And just get right back to it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, do you, man?
yeah, you got it. Do we want to do some new dad comments? I got some new dad comments here.
Dude, let's do it.
I got one from our good friend Marlon Morris on Spotify. He said, PT6ers, new dad here. Name my son after me, but nicknamed him Gator. He's 15 days old.
Sick.
Do we keep the nickname as he gets into school or transition him into his rightful namesake, which would be Marlon? Also, my wife didn't touch a diaper for the first 10 days. Good. Marlon Sr.
I love Gator.
Gotta
You
keep
get that
it
nickname
Gator.
like Gator? What is it? Is it the other guys?
Yeah, Gator don't play.
Gator? Yeah, Gator don't take no shit.
Gator.
Whose baby's that? Whose baby's that?
Gator's bitches be wearing jimmies.
yeah. Gator's bitches better be wearing jimmies. Oh, Gator never been about that. Never ever been about that. Great comedy. I got one here from Brian Sedita. Sherm, Papa Team 6 member, OG listener, first time contributor. Want to shout out Ryan Jeffries. Jeffries? Don't know. Rising to the ranks and getting promoted to Papa Team 6. I believe he also has a dad loss moment he may be entering. Thank you for all you boys do.
Shout out Ryan Jeffrey or Ryan Jeffreds.
Yeah, shout out either one, dude. Welcome to Papa Team 6, the best dad community in all of sports right now.
Yes, sir. Bro, also I have to take it back to Marlon really quick with the wild stray to his wife at the end. Marlon is feeling confident, dude. Also, my wife didn't touch a diaper for the first 10 days. Good.
Good.
What
Yeah,
is-
give him here.
What a sick
I'll change Gator.
Gator. Aiden Rockney on Spotify said, first time listener, first time commenter, first time dad. Love the pod. Adding it to my rotation. Just found out yesterday my wife and I are having a baby girl in August. Congratulations, Aiden. What advice would you have for someone who grew up in an all-boy household as the biggest shell shock of now being outnumbered?
Buddy, this is the ball. This is the wheelhouse right here.
Welcome to
Three
the show.
boys. Welcome to the show. Willie C, oldest of, there were three of us boys. My
Yep.
mom had a lot of boy energy too. It felt like she just knew how to operate with the men around the house or the young boys around the house. Dude, just brace yourself, man. Yeah, having a girl, it's one of those things like you just feel clueless because again, you grow up in a household where you're one of the brothers or you're one of a few brothers, whatever number it was. And you're going to be way softer than you think. You think you might be a little tough. You might be a little hard. No, she's going to break you down. She's going to be wrapped around your finger. You're going to unlock a side of sweetheartness that you've never understood or imagined that you could have.
Yeah.
And it is the greatest thing in the world.
I could not agree with you more. And something that I find myself saying more and more to Jill is how happy I am that we had a daughter or that we have a daughter. And I do not have a son. Obviously, I don't know what that's like. I grew up similar to Will, house full of boys, a lot of boy energy. It was just my brother and I. And so far so good with being outnumbered. And I'm honestly kind of looking forward to the, being the dad that makes a joke and it's like, Dad, what are we doing? Like, a goofball dad that sometimes is a little awkward. And I'm already seeing the writing on the wall with all the ribbons and all the outfits. And if a boy is in the future, I would be very, very happy, but I like weirdly, it was a shell shock for a couple seconds, but then I just kind of set nicely into my job as being the man of the house, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Do not feel alone. That was honestly a conversation that I would have with myself all the time. Is like, man, am I going to have any clue what to do with a girl? Because again, I haven't known. I don't have a sister. I don't, none of it. Again, we talk about, we quote Dan Gable every week. Like we were like wrestling, football. We were all sports. Like it was a boy household through and through. And so I had all the same fears when a girl was coming into my world. The only things I would stop and hit pause on. And fortunately my wife, we were kind of eye to eye with it, but anything with like, that's like, oh man, I was about to say too girly. And now I'm thinking of Rue dressing in princess dresses all the time. But like the dolls or anything that seems like it's like too pink at first. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it's like, we need to mold her some way with some grit. And I say grit right now, thinking that Queen Elsa's the number one princess or queen in her mind. But you think all of these things. You think where you might be a little resistant. I'm not going to know how to, change the diaper. It looks a little like I'm not in the world of being around like women. I wasn't around women like that when I grew up. But it is. It's one where you are stoked to be a girl dad. Yeah. And this comes from a guy who would love to have some offspring, would love to have somebody be the heir to the throne.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it never happens, I just think about the two little girls that I have and how I'm just absolutely obsessed with them. And there's also a part of me too, because I would love to get all dad's feedback or parent feedback really from the dads where they have both a boy and a girl. Because any dad that I talk to and they say that they have a girl on the way, or they just had a girl recently, or they currently have a girl, like my first question is, how much is daughter number one in your eyes? And the answer across the board is always yes. Like the girl it's like the opposites attracting. Yeah. Like the girl becomes your favorite thing in life, period.
That makes all the sense in the world. And to make him feel at ease, our friend that asked that, I put the card away, sorry. I think it was Aiden. But Aiden, to make you feel at ease, I by no means have mastered being a girl dad. Like I know that this is a continuation of being out of my element for the rest of my life, but it's just like this weird, comfortable feeling that you kind of have about it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Like it was the right thing for your life.
Yeah. Like I have no idea what the future's going to look like as far as being a girl dad. But like, I'm just so excited for it. And dude, Scarlett's hair is just sprouting like a weed right now. Like truly to the point where the daycare people that see her every other day, each time I come in, they're like, her hair, it's wild. I'm like, I know. Like, it's the cutest thing in the entire world, but it infuriates me because I'm like, you're growing. Like, stop growing.
I know, dude. There's I'm going to shout out another new dad here. On Spotify, Drew_Williamson. Wifey and I welcomed our firstborn, Emmy Kate, to the world today. Was rocking the PT6 Operation Grill and Chill shirt the entire time. Mama crushed it and went 12 hours from start to finish. Thank you, boys, for the pod. And looking forward to repping the PT6 merch and joining the Girl Dad gang. By the way, all the Papa Team 6 for the Dads merch, that is on BWTB.com. So if you're looking to etch yourself into Papa Team 6 permanently in the unit, BWTB.com, that's where you can get the PT6 merch. But what I was going to say, right here too, new baby girl. So Drew Williamson, he's a girl dad as well. So all the fellow girl dads out there, I forget, we were at a restaurant and a gentleman was observing the fam. We're kind of like having fun, like Scotty's being a menace, Rue. I'm sitting there talking with Rue. And I start talking to this gentleman and he's like, both girls, like, you just have two girls. I'm like, yeah, girl dad. He's like, I got a couple girls too, but they're much older. Like they're out of the house now. And I just asked this veteran PT6er, I was like, hey, just cut it to me straight. I say, how long do I have with my girls before I am, before they start not liking me? And he's like, he looked over at me. He had a little smirk on his face and he says, you got about 11 years. You got about 11 years, man. And I laughed. I go, oh, man, we can't even get to 13. We can't even get to the teenage years. He said, it was 11 for me. 11 for me. They hate your guts. They don't want nothing to do with you. And then as he tells me, it's like, again, the noise gets quieter. I'm just looking at Rue and Scotty, and I'm like, how do these little human beings that they love mom and dad that right now, we love them, how do they get to 11? Or how do they get to an age where these two little things that are obsessed with me right now, they just stop wanting anything to do with me?
And then, but thankfully, like the light at the end of the tunnel for me is the comments that we've gotten from MT6ers that are like, my dad is my best friend. I talk to him every day, you know, blah, blah, blah. Of like, I feel like there's a point in a girl's life where then dad is cool again and we're coming back to dad, but it's a different kind of relationship. It's like a different kind of bond.
You bring up a good point here too. And I would love, again, Milk Team 6. I would love an MT6er that's out there right now listening, because we know it's hormones and things happening with the body, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
If they could break down certain stages,
please,
for us PT6 girl dad fathers out there on why it happens. Is there anything that we can look out for or try to do? You know what I mean? To try to punt the ball, keep kicking the can down the road, or try to have as less friction as possible.
And hey, I'm okay with you hating me. Is there steps that I can take where you will hate me less? That's all I'm looking for.
Can I throw a theory out there? Perhaps when it comes back around and all of a sudden it's no longer like I hate dad. It's no longer that dad is cool or not. It doesn't matter if dad is cool or not. He's just dad. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Like it stops becoming so important. Like, oh, you're so uncool. It's like, oh, you're my father.
And you love me.
Yeah, and I love you.
And you help guide me. I can see that.
That's a shot in the dark.
Hey, you got any crushes at school? You know what I'm saying? Then you get these combos and they ain't going to want to tell you nothing, man.
By the way, I just got a picture from the daycare. They were putting all the kiddos, and these are all 1.5 and younger in Scarlett's class.
Yeah.
And they put them in this stroller that's like a 6-seater. So it's like 3 rows of 2. Scarlett's in the front, and they put him next to the only boy in the class. And the daycare has a messaging system that they could have very easily reached out to me and been like, hey, okay, if we partner Scarlett up in the front seat next to the only boy in the class. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Hey, what are we doing? You mind sending me a screenshot of his ID?
Let's go ahead and get his parents' info too.
What kind of milk? What kind of milk is he drinking?
I was gonna say, you're looking at the picture. What's going on? What's going on with this face? What's going on with that?
Yeah.
He always
is he in there? Yeah. Does he look like he's mad at her? What's he mad at her for?
But it's already starting. It's already starting. And Scarlett looked like she was having way too much fun with him in the front row. I was like, yeah, here we go.
Dude, I'll shout this book out. I'll shout this book out again, but Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. Yeah. There's a lot of some of these breakdowns too of what, you know, the ladies that your girls are going through, like when they're getting through high school and the stuff that they deal with. It is a fascinating, eye-opening, mind-opening read that I strongly recommend to any girl dad out there. But I would also love the perspective from just an MT6er out there right now that's listening. It's like, you know what? Let me put the finger to the keyboard for these boys. Give them some game a little bit.
Absolutely. While we're speaking to the MT6ers, I did have a thought the other day. And this isn't so much a challenge as more so it would just be unreal. Our PT Sicko community has blessed us enough and graced us enough with these photos of them, you know, carrying out like those Duna strollers after they've had their firstborn. They're wearing our PT6 merch.
Yeah.
Bro, a Milk Team 6er in the hospital with the MT6 hat on, post-delivery, and of course ready for the camera. You know,
MT6, this one?
Oh yeah, like
let's go,
we haven't received one yet. I'm saying that.
See, I thought you were telling me that we. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Okay, yeah. You're talking about like the one we read, 12 hours start to finish.
Oh,
she grinded it out. She's got 12 hours and she's rocking the Milk Team 6 hat.
That is a sicko, dude. That's a sicko.
I'm envisioning PT6 dad out there. They're about to go into labor, and he just, hey, I know you asked me if there's anything that I wanted to do with the birth plan or anything. All I got, he's got his hat off. He just pulls it out. He's like, can you wear this while you deliver?
Baby, he's coming out. He's holding the leg. He just, hey, put that on. Put
that on. Get this fucking hat on him. Just let me get the picture. Let me get the picture right now.
Hey, Willie, watch out! Look at us. Good Lord.
I just got to tweet the boys. That's it. You just tweeting? I actually got a wifey shout out right here from Colin Krieger on Spotify. Colin Krieger. I'm sure that was a fun name growing up. Fellas, love the pod and never miss a sode. Just wanted to hop on here and say shout out to my beautiful MT sicko of a wife with the emoji -O. MT sicko of a wife.
Love that.
Michaela, as it's her birthday on the 4th of February. And right now it is the 3rd. So when this drops, hey, happy birthday, Michaela.
Happy birthday, Michaela.
P.S. No free shout outs, but the Love to Dream sleep sack is the best, and it makes your baby look like a flying squirrel.
Whoa, hold the phone. Hold
the phone. Little dad hack in there with the wifey. Shout out to Michaela. Happy birthday, Michaela.
Shout out, Michaela. Hey, Love to Dream sleep sack. We gotta pull up an image of that in the pod. Oh, that is cute. And it does look like a flying squirrel. That's a perfect description. Dude, we have a really awesome shout out as well. This one came to us from Instagram. This came from Jake Porfirio. He wrote to us and said, "What's up, boys? Just wanted to share my crack a cold one." He's got a crack a cold one. My sweet baby girl, Frankie, who was born with clubfoot, finally graduated to boot and bar and could not be more proud of you boys, who inspired me to be a good father. Keep it up. Hashtag PT6. And he provided this adorable photo.
Bro, I'm seeing it too in the email right now. Oh. Man, shout out to you, Jake. That is awesome. Good for you, Frankie. I know you can't hear us or understand us right now, but Frankie, we love you. We are fired up for you.
We love you, girl. I love the bow. I love the little pink padding that she has for the boots. Oh my God.
Dude, adorable. Dude, how do you just not smile?
Oh, dude.
Seeing that little cute photo.
She's so stoked.
Yeah, with the little certification right next to her.
And the heart over the eye, too.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Shout out Frankie. Shout out Jake. Shout out the family.
Willie C, not to rush us through, but speaking of...
Got to keep it under an hour.
Speaking of crack a cold ones, do you have a crack a cold one, sir? Brought to us by Olipop.
My crack a cold one...
Ooh.
Look, I'm going to keep it a buck. My crack a cold one is just going to my wife. I know it is shitty that I am out of the house all week long.
Yeah, dude.
For 5 nights, when the power is out, power's still out, we're still running on the generator.
Oh, God.
Thank God power got brought back to Paddock Place, one of our Bar 3 studios.
Good.
But again, new house, just her and the girls. She does get help in the daytime, but I know how strenuous and stressful it is when, whether it's any foot, like whether mom's out of town or just your spouse, your partner in crime is out for an entire week for a work thing. I know that sucks. I know it is it's like a what can you do situation. Yeah. Because you want your other to go do their thing and work and have fun, and she hopes I'm having the best time right now. But I know that she's trying to wear all the hats at home. And I know that sucks. And I know that's hard. And I've had little to no complaining on my phone. But so my shout out goes to my wife, Charo. I just know she's holding it down right now. I just know she's in the gutter with some of it. Being mom, being the owner of a business, being, the parent for Rue, the parent for Scotty, the needs of both of them, dinner, bedtime, changing diapers, picking up the house, organizing the house. Hey, there's a yellow backlight happening right now with the generator. What does that mean? Going and checking the oil, like just doing all the things, being a certified badass.
Yeah.
I know it sucks and it's not ideal. So that is where my crack a cold one goes. It goes to my wife, Charo. And I know what we got, I think across the hall in the other suite where we're doing Busting with the Boys, I saw a case of crisp apple in there, so I need to get my paws on something.
Hey, yo, they sent Olipop to San Francisco?
Yes. A big bag with a lot of variety.
Come on.
And I saw crisp apple sitting there at the top. It was looking at me in the face last night.
Come on. Huge shout out to Charo. There is nothing more impressive than seeing your partner operate like that. And there's nothing more, I don't think humbling is the right word, but like it's just, you're so thankful.
Yeah, because again, when you're gone for periods of time, like as a parent, there is guilt that just kind of sits on you.
Yes.
Because like I'm out here in San Francisco. I know from far away in the cold weather in Nashville where there's still ice stuff going on and everything else happening. You see the photos, the videos. We're out doing stuff around the Super Bowl, like one of the most popular events in the world.
Yeah.
We're out here in the sunshine. You're seeing all the photos. I'm sure there's some, not like intentional resentment, but she probably watch it from afar, like, well, at least Will's having fun.
Yeah.
And it's not like a comment she brings to any energy when we get on the phone. I'm just assuming that some of these things probably go on as a parent.
Yeah. It that honestly bleeds right into my crack a cold one. Like the being a good teammate. I came home the other night and Jill meal preps for Scarlett, who's starting solids. I come home last night with Scarlett and Jill's, it was her 10 o'clock shift that she does every other Monday. And I open up the fridge and there are no pre-made meals. And I'm about to start calling Jill, texting her, asking her, what do I do while she's at work? And I just start telling myself internally, be a good teammate, like step up. We got to problem solve. What are we doing? All of our groceries from the week before, we had to throw them out. And now we did go visit Costco, but we didn't get like the fruits and veggies at Costco. We're still a little weak in that department. So I'm shopping through all of our drawers. And I find one apple. And I was like, hey, Scarlett's done applesauce with Mom. I skin it, I'll chop it, I'll put some water and blend it. That's applesauce. We'll be good.
I'll give it a kiss. Get us some applesauce.
Get some applesauce going. And I get it all done. And Jill goes, hey, what'd you end up feeding Scarlett? Probably remembering, I didn't pre-make anything. And I was like, oh, she's loving the applesauce. And her first reply is just, where did you get that? Knowing we had no applesauce. And I was like, I made it. Dad-ass made it. And I got a look at Dad-ass with the eye emoji. And I was like,
yeah, buddy.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
But the real crack-a-cola in that situation then goes to the absolute domination that my daughter performed on the bowl of said applesauce. Scarlett destroyed it, dude. Like she's truly starting to like consume the food. And when I scoop it, the mouth is already, first off, she does a little, and then the mouth goes, she's ready.
You play with her a little bit to where it's close and you kind of pull it away. No.
And then she starts grabbing and she's like,
yeah.
This is not a game.
Yeah.
I want my apple. But yeah, my crack-a-cola one goes to that. I don't think I touched on it earlier, so I'll touch on it now. Olipop, guys, you get a free can of Olipop if you buy any 2 cans in store. They will pay you back for one. That works on any flavor at any retailer. Go to drinkolipop.com/BWTB. Olipop is sold online at drinkolipop.com and Amazon, and it is available in the soda aisle and with the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart and Target.
Willie C. Old chef,
yeah.
I got a question for you. I meant to ask this. While we're on the topic of like sacrifice and everything else, I saw a tweet from you responding to the situation with the Minnesota Vikings GM talking about how he took paternity leave.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You made a really profound statement on that. And I wanted you to talk about, like, give yourself a little, because you got flack for it, which kind of caught me off guard on Twitter, talking about like the amount of sacrifice it takes to be an NFL player, play at high level of any professional sport. And I thought that was just super interesting if you wanted to kind of touch on it.
What let me answer by asking you a question first, because there's just, it's so nuanced and there's different angles to go about it. Like when I'm responding to that tweet that went out, it's almost like a shell shock or a, morality police is trying to partake in, like, hey, we should judge this. Like, this says more about the NFL culture than it does. This says a lot about, the culture of the NFL, which is catches people off guard. And my take was more of like, from the angle of, this is the business of the NFL. Like, I don't envy coaches, GMs, even now since I've had kids and became a dad, fortunately, after I'm done playing, I think to myself, knowing like what we pour into our kiddos, knowing how involved I get to be, how attached I am to them, I think to myself, man, it's got to be so hard for, dads that are in the NFL profession, because that world, you have to prioritize that world. Essentially, if you're looking at hours put in, you have to prioritize your work in the NFL more than you do your family. And that's just like the way it is. Like, people are going back and forth saying, he was granted paternity leave for 2 weeks. They were completely okay with it. So he should be afforded to have that luxury. Well, you have that luxury until you have a bad season. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he's having a bad season and then he gets fired probably for much bigger reasons than paternity leave, but knowing those conversations happen inside the building and now they're getting leaked to the public, it's not surprising to me, because that is essentially, it's honorable and admirable, all the sacrifices that everybody makes, to play and participate in the NFL, because it's big business. It's all performance. It's all about winning. And you got guys who you do nothing but identify with the NFL logo essentially your entire life, because you identify with playing football. Because I had somebody come after me and I'm like, becoming a father after playing, in retrospect, I'm now happy that I look back and I'm now glad that I didn't have kids while I was playing, because you're so wrapped up in your own world, in your own game. You gotta remember, you gotta think. And I'm not trying to put it as, hey, the NFL, playing in the NFL, it's the biggest sacrifice out there in the world. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just trying to tell people that none of it is surprising to me, that this is how stuff goes down, because that is the world of the NFL. Like, just to remind people, like, when you do nothing but play football, since for myself, it was second grade. So I did nothing but identify with, any time it was, hey, what is your dream job? What do you want your dream job to be when you grow up? In grade school, whenever I'm answering that question for like, what's your future? What do you want when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? It was always NFL player. My, not password, but like when they ask you what's your dream job on, if I had it on any of my accounts, it would be NFL player. Like, I identify with football my entire life. So when I get scholarship offers coming out of high school, there's a sense of you that gets so wrapped up in it to where you're making all these decisions based around yourself. I need to go to the best school. I can't worry about this. I can't worry about my family or people asking for tickets. I got to keep the main thing at all times, because I'm trying to become a professional football player. Then you finally become a professional football player. In our brains and how we've operated essentially our entire life to get to this point is the entire world is about us and about our dream and about what we want to do. And any football player, anybody in that profession who has a family or has a wife, that's why you have guys like Joe Brady up there. And again, massive fan of Joe Brady, but it's like, I just don't envy being in that spot, because now that I've tasted this other side of it, now that I have kids and a family and I'm out of the football world right now, I'm just like, man, it has got to be so hard to where the entire world is still around him being, chasing this goal, this dream to win a championship, when mom has just got to essentially sacrifice everything all around their partner, because they're off chasing their dream, chasing their goal, because as a dad, how much work it is at home when you're at home with the kiddos, with your partner, or when they're out of town and you're taking care of them solo. Then I'm reminding myself like, yo, this is every day for these moms that have to stay at home and we're off doing practice, or, you might come home and have an hour. Oh, dude, sweetheart, it was a long day. Coach got my ass. I have to watch film for tomorrow. You have your little few minutes with the kids to check in with your kiddos. But then it's like, hey, can somebody else put them to sleep? Or, hey, I'll do bedtime. But the minute I do bedtime, I got to get back to studying because I got to get ready for the next day tomorrow. Then the next day tomorrow, you're out of the house before wake up time, if it happens for everybody else, and you're gone all day long. But in that cycle, that is just, you don't know any different. That's why I said it's hard to explain. And I'm not able to have this perspective now on it unless I got out of it. Because when we had Rue, when year 10 was happening, the whole Falcons going off to the Falcons, and when I was going to sign with Atlanta, Rue was about 7 or 8 weeks old. And a part of me struggled wanting to go to Atlanta when I knew my heart wasn't all the way in on wanting to play football anymore. I was just doing it to get that 10th year. Hey, I'm playing with house money now, so why not finish out this dream that I've always had? My wife was super supportive of it. But part of me was like, man, that kind of sucks that I have to leave and go to Atlanta, and I'm going to stay in Atlanta solo, because that's another thing. Some of these guys that are on one-year deals, they just go to the city and they're living in the city while the family stays back at home at ground zero, where the family's going to be, or where the kids go to school, or where they're used to their everyday life. They're just going to go travel to the city of football for 6-7 months out of the year. And that's just how it's going to be, because you guys have just agreed upon, hey, this is how we're going to do things. But I was going to be in Atlanta the last, let's call it 7 weeks. I was going to be in Atlanta the last 7 weeks. But part of me is like sad, and also, damn, it sucks for my wife that she's going to be solo dolo with Rue. And I'm just going to be playing football the rest of the year, doing this thing and just checking in and everything else. Like, it's just super hard. I know I said, what angle do you want me to go on? And I just went on a complete tangent and rant right there. It's very nuanced. It's hard to explain. I'm not surprised that there's internal disagreement with that GM leaving for 2 weeks in the middle of training camp, because you are the leader, trickles from GM down the head coach, staff, players, everything else. And you might get afforded to miss a game or miss a day of practice to go see the birth of your child and be there with them that day. Maybe you get an extra day. It all depends what you can afford based on how essentially valuable you are to that organization. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot of sense. Thank you for
the part that I think would be easy, or like easier for the people on Twitter, like the general public, that just like attacked your opinion, essentially, on being like, hey, this is just the way the NFL is. And I am not comparing the NFL to serving overseas in the military, or like working on
You're right.
An oil rig, out in Midland. But like, those are universal truths that of like, if I'm going to serve in the military, if I'm going to be abroad, like, I will most likely miss a funeral. I will most likely miss the birth of my child. If I'm working on an oil rig out in Midland to make that money and afford opportunities for my family, I will be 4 weeks on and 1 week off. And that's just the way she goes. And so it's like with the NFL, whether you like it or not, it's just kind of the way she goes. That's just the universal truth of the NFL.
You know it in that world too. It's what you sign up for to participate in.
Yeah.
That is that game. I'm not saying I agree with that game.
Yeah.
I'm just, all of these different variables. I understand the head coaches and the players that, they give all the love to their wife when they do have that moment in the spotlight or on the podium, because, sitting back, I'm like, it doesn't feel like the flex he probably thinks it is now that I'm sitting on this side of it. Again, that's where it comes from. I just don't envy that. It's honestly, outside of having the busting with the boys and podcasting, but if I didn't have podcasting, like coaching would be what I wanted to do. Coaching was what I wanted to do. But now that I have a family, it's more of like, dude, if I want to get into coaching in football, in the NFL, college, doesn't matter. It's such a it's an ego thing to where anybody who enters it. I'm not saying I'm any different than anybody else, but your competitive nature, what it takes to be great in that industry, is total, fully committing yourself to winning a championship. You don't go in half-ass. You don't do any of that. And to do so, you have to put in insane hours because you never feel like the hay is in the barn.
Yeah.
So it's like when those moments do come up, and you got Coach McDonald talking about how, practice gets done sooner on Thursday so he can get home and spend 30 minutes with his son.
Yeah.
And there's some guys who are able to rework the strategy at times. Like, that is awesome. The more time you can spend time with your family, I think that is unbelievable. The GM who got fired, him taking 2 weeks, I'm all about him being able to do that. But then when you start losing, you're like, that's a crazy move. Because a part of you is always going to sit there and like, hey, these are the hours that I'm going to work in. The moment you feel behind the competition or anybody else, and then a story comes out about their greatness and how much their success is that they give flowers to the work that they put in around the clock, this, that, the other, part of you is like, I've got to beat that dude, because you're so wrapped up in the ego of it, to where I know I would get lost in that sauce if I was in the coaching world.
Yeah.
And if you're getting in it, it depends on what the head coach wants. Like, does he want you? Does he expect you there all the time? Like, I know Vrabel, there's several coaches out there. Bruce Arians, Bo Pelini was always like, hey, if you ever miss this and that on the weekends when we don't have a game, like, I'll fire you, or you should not do that. You need to be at all the stuff you can with your family. It's just a world where you have to fully sacrifice everything for winning a championship. Just like in the military, you have to sacrifice everything for your country. If you have a business, any business owner out there, anybody in like a startup career, anything, to where they are obsessed with their career. They're obsessed with their career and they want to be the best. There's going to be certain things you have to do selfishly to get to that level. It's going to be sacrifice away from family time because, hey, I'm operating a business. I have 20 employees right now. I haven't been able to delegate anything or bring in a CEO. I'm running everything at all. I have to be at the shop. I have to do X, Y, and Z. I got to be on the calls and make sales. I have to do all these things because that's what puts food on the table for the family. And you hope that one day you get successful enough or achieve enough or acquire enough wealth to where then you can delegate and have a team around you. So that way you have the freedom to spend all the time in the world with their family. Because any sicko successful person that you admire, when they get closer to their deathbed or they reflect on their life, the one thing that they always talk about is they wish they spent more time with their family.
That's true.
So I'm like, it's all of these things where I'm just always thinking about it. I'm conscious about it. And the whole NFL thing, when people were kind of shocked that was maybe a part of him being fired, or shocked that, hey, people in the building were kind of like shitting on this idea that he was gone for 2 weeks. It's like, not that ain't surprising at all. Like, that is the nature of the beast if you're going to sign up and play that game.
You were, to add some gravity to it, you were brought to tears when Taylor attended your mother's funeral. Of what a huge decision that was by Taylor, and like what that not only meant to you, but what that also what he means to what you mean to him. Sorry.
100%. Yeah, because they had a Thursday night game, and I want to say Taylor might have been out with a back or a knee or something like that, and he asked for his blessing, like, hey, can I fly to Missouri, miss a couple of days, and spend a couple of days with Will and his family when my mom passed away. So yeah, you know, when I saw him walk in, like, you just know what that takes. It's like, thank God he's good enough of a player to have that luxury of missing that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're a first year undrafted guy and you make the team and you're out of the 53 guys on the roster, you might be rated 40 through 53. Nobody at 40 through 53 is making a decision like that. I can't leave the building. No, I'm not going to leave 2 days to go see my child being born. Like, this is my dream. This is my first year. I can't afford it.
Yeah.
But if it's a cat, like you got Taylor, maybe it's JJ Watt, some of these superstars, and they want to miss a couple of days, they're able to afford it because nothing's going to happen to them. They won't kind of get side-eyed like, dude, this dude that's ranked 38th right now on our football team is taken off because he needs to go be with his family. Like, clearly he doesn't want it bad enough. That's the nature of the culture in a profession like the NFL.
Well, and Chef, I mean, it's funny, like the double-edged sword that is the public opinion on stuff like this. And Chef will probably know the answer to this, but somebody recently just won the U.S. Open on the same day that their son was born.
Alcaraz.
And he was like, I got to get the hell out of here. I got to go meet my son. And it's nobody sitting there going, hey, dude, what the heck are you doing playing in this tournament? You just missed the birth of your son? Like, what a POS dad.
As Urban Meyer once said, I'll treat my superstars like superstars and my shit like shit. I think that's the quote.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And everybody knows this game. Like, it's not surprising to me. Like, when I am seeing the negative comments about it, or people like, oh, thanks for telling us you're a piece of shit dad. Oh, this is a guy that's a girl dad, by the way. Or he has a dad podcast.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't going to sit there and make everybody happy. I'm more so telling you, like, that was my experience seeing it all in the NFL. And even when I'm like, hey, thankfully I became a dad after the fact. In retrospect, I'm happy it didn't happen. Somebody was like, oh, so you're telling us you would have been a piece of shit father then? Like, you're still probably pretty much the same. And I'm just thinking to myself, in what world is that? Like, one day when your daughter reads this, it's like, okay, if she were to read or come across this, the natural, hey, your old man wasn't ready to be a father at that time. So when I was thinking back on it, I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm sure that's going to be an awfully hard conversation to have.
Now I feel even worse that I didn't jump in to your defense on Twitter and say, hey, just recently had my firstborn girl, Will and Taylor, provided a great paternity leave for me. And for the days I had to come in, what was it total? Was it like 2 months?
Or
a month and a half? It was like a month and a half. I don't know. But the days I came in, they provided a night nurse for Jill and I that night so we could get some sleep, and for somebody. So, like, I should have come to your defense now.
You're fine. It was truly one of those ones I just didn't know how it'd land, because I know it's like you got this softer generation on. So people hate understanding what the truth actually is. And I'm sitting here and giving you like, hey, it doesn't matter if you agree with me or not, because the majority of people, whatever they're saying, I'm like, hey, man, I don't disagree with you. I'm just giving you an inside look on what this is like. And if you do want to be the best or in the top 1% or make it to the NFL, like, there's going to be – everyone knows that's the sacrifice that goes into it. Everybody knows that. Like, Sherm, I met one of your buddies. I was at the Pro Bowl this week.
Yeah.
Like, anybody that you have, any one of your buddies that you've had that's played college sports or they're chasing their dream, the world is their world is kind of just shaped around them.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, I'm coming up to watch you in a game. What do you want me to do this week when I get there? Are you sure you want me to stay at your house? Like, are you sure I can get a couple tickets? I'm not trying to be a nuisance. I don't want to annoy you. Let me know what the best route. Like, everything is around that human being because they play the sport. They're chasing their dream. I'm not saying that's how it has to be. I'm just saying naturally, like, that is just what it is.
No, that is. I lived with college football. Ross Matzik is who he's referring to, who's Pro Bowl long snapper for Jacksonville Jaguars. But I lived with one of his good buddies, Harrison Fox, who is also on Baylor's football team. And yeah, Fox's daily schedule at college sucked ass, dude. That guy was first one out of the house, last one into it, covered in sweat whenever he's coming in the door. He's like physically having to force feed himself multiple Chick-fil-A sandwiches because he's got to maintain a weight. He was an offensive lineman. Like, you are signing up for something bigger than yourself when you're this is not a call center where, you know, you're doing customer service calls, which I'm not dogging it. I did it for like 4 years where I could very easily take 2 months of PTO and nobody's going to blink an eye.
Right. And like you said, like when you were talking about the package that you had with busing, it's like, dude, if anybody had a kid, like it's just, man, you hope that everybody achieves what they need to achieve.
Oh, for sure.
So that way they're in a world to where they can operate with some freedom. Because this pod, we're all about dad being at home. We're all about dad being intentional. We're all about dad mixing it up and not being so stuck in gender roles. And you just go out and work your 9 to 5 and food's expected to be on the table when you get home.
Yeah.
And obviously we shout out taking out the trash. Like your only chore is taking out the trash or fixing things around the house. Willie won't you?
Or feeding the dogs.
We embrace partnership, marriage, like good balance with each other. It's tough, man. It's such a nuanced topic. And again, I said in there, hey, it's hard to explain, but nobody, you know how the internet is.
Hey, and we're not going to make anybody or everybody happy with this is our truth that we live in. And we're sorry. We both have full-time working wives. Like this is our truth that we live in. And we're sorry if you disagree. We're very sorry.
Yeah. You're right. It is, that was a fun one, though. I appreciate you bringing that up, Chef.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'd forgotten about that. But it was there was somewhere I'm like, man, people, it just feels like all they want to do right here is argue or say something, taking shots at the For the Dads podcast. I'm just like, buddy, you clearly don't listen to anything.
I wish I had seen that.
I was reading through. Fact. But the best was Will's response to the one guy that said, what are you going to do when your daughter reads this? And Will said, she's going to have a lot to read, buddy.
Because I'm just, as I'm sitting there and I'm looking at that and I respond to a couple people and somebody's like, oh, you haven't won anything, and tries to show that I didn't win a championship in high school, college, or NFL. And then I'm like, funny how they forgot, grades 4 through 7 or whatever I posted to be funny. And then somebody's upset with that. He's like, is this supposed to be funny? I feel like I follow you. You get serious every now and then. You're usually trying to be the funny guy. And I'm just like, man, I just tweet, bro. Like it's never that serious to where I'm trying to get upset or prove something to you when you understand the nature of like social media now. Like you sit there and spend your energy on it, you're just going to be on your phone all day long, worked up about something because you just want to be understood so badly. It's like, look, I can't help you I'm trying to use the words to the best of my ability and letting you know, hey, I don't disagree with you. This is my experience. It's not surprising. Well, he went 14-2 the year before. Hey, I'm with you. When you're 14-2, it's a little easier to be like, yeah, you're going to take 2 weeks. You can work from home. Oh, that'll be awesome. But then you have a season like you do. They find other decisions you might have made. They hold it against you and fire you. They leak this internal stuff. And it's like, that's the game.
That's the game, baby.
That's the game, and it sucks.
They call it the league for a reason. Also, I don't think you've ever sounded more like a father than when you said, this generation, man. This generation's so soft.
Yeah, you boys know how it is, man. What do you think's gonna happen when your daughter reads this? Yank, buddy. I promise you, we're gonna have some journals. She's gonna have a lot to read, see, scan, watch on YouTube of her old man. She can form her own opinion. I'm pretty sure, knock on wood, she's gonna have a good one because we're gonna have a great relationship.
I'll
be able to teach her about her old man not being ready to, because there's always a part of me that wanted to have the photos with my kiddos or with a child of mine in full uniform, because I always thought that was awesome. Like, be a football player, they get to watch me from home, all that stuff. That didn't happen, but again, I feel like I'm fortunate that fatherhood happened after football, because I just feel like the way I was committed to football when I was in the thick of it, family would have just naturally, subconsciously, whatever, not intentionally, but in just my movie, they would have been like second fiddle to what was going on in the NFL. Because you want to be the best when you're playing.
Yeah. All we were missing when you called this generation soft is us standing on my back patio next to the smoker with some Ollipops in our hands. And you're hitting the long monologue. You go, this generation, man. And then just
this generation's filled with a bunch of pussies, dude. Because I'm telling her, I think I was telling whenever I reacted to one where I'm like, she's gonna have a lot to read. Hey, if your daughter reads this, so she's gonna have a lot to read, and it'll be after the conversation where I'm like, hey, your old man, he wasn't, what a hard conversation to have. Hey, your dad wasn't ready at this age to be a father. Thank God, because if I would have, it probably wouldn't have been you, Rue, standing here in front of me. And then I'll talk to her about that while also talking to her about, hey, if you do want to be great in any lane, this is what it takes. Nick Saban's famous quote, it takes what it takes.
Yeah.
And you want to be the absolute best, there's going to have to be a lot of sacrifices and selfishness that you have to have because you want to be in this world.
Yeah.
And it's your life, and it's you making your own decisions. And there'll be a lot of good stuff that you were able to talk about where, again, it's nuance, bro. It's a journey. It's a process. It never stops.
Well, you just quoted somebody that in fact retired to spend more time with family, was his exact quote, Nick Saban. So that proves the point even more of like, hey, I made these sacrifices and now I want to move on and get back to the fam. I have a potential dad hack, non-dad hack. This might be a Sherman, what the hell are you doing? Stop doing that. So I wanted to run it by you, Will, to see if you have ever done this. But I know you got your back issues. I am fighting. I am in the trenches right now with my back. It is not good. I currently have 4 strands of KT tape on my bod right now. And it's been hard to bend down and pick up Scarlett. And so what I have been doing is when she's laying on her tummy in a onesie, and again, we might have to cut this from the episode, or you can say this is totally fine to do. I've been grabbing by the back of the onesie to pick her up. Like grab a handful of the onesie, and it's a nice little, like, it's almost like grabbing a puppy dog by its, its neck. But she's like, fine. Her head isn't dangling or anything. She kind of like Supermans up, and then I put her into my arms. Is that a dad hack or is that a no-go?
Meaning like you shouldn't do that?
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. That's news to me. I'll be out there swinging them a little bit like they're flying in the air.
There we go. Okay, so it is a dad hack.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hey, you want an easy way to pick up your kiddo? I feel like you learned that on your own because you're kind of chuckling. Like, let me just pick them up here by the back of the clothing and see what happens.
Yes, that's what I did.
Especially when they got like their overalls on and you kind of bring them together, and then it's super easy.
Yes.
I handed you, Sherm, there's an email from a guy that was a huge dad hack, ice skating with his 1-year-old. And there's a picture. Bro. He has her, Will, picked up as if like from hockey pants on the side. And so this was one that was meant for our first guest whenever that episode drops. But you could see he has her by some hindquarter device figure skating with his daughter. And that's his dad hack. So to your point, there are people doing this out in the wild and sending it to us.
Yeah. And that's like kind of the same principle, except for like Scarlett's like, it's almost like those laying on your stomach roller coasters. If y'all have ever done those, that like Will was saying, where you're swinging her around. I haven't run it by Jill yet because I'm a little nervous. I feel like she's going to tell me not to pick her up like that, but I just couldn't get down that extra couple inches. So I was like, I'll just, instead of having to go 2 hands underneath, I'll just pinch the onesie on the back and pick her up that way. It felt good. It felt like a dad hack.
It feels great when it happens. Feels great when it happens. I got a dad hack here from, because my dad hack earlier. What was my dad hack earlier? Oh, the t-shirt and the sweatshirt was my dad hack earlier.
Yeah.
I got a dad hack here from Colton Rasmussen on Spotify. Again, Spotify comments. You guys know I love the Spotify comments. Willie Red Eye is operating right now. Hashtag dad diaper hack. Dad of 2, soon to be 3. Congratulations, Colton. This is something I learned from a coworker of mine that I have never heard anyone else do, but I'll never do it any other way. So once the kids start getting mobile, poopy diapers late. Hang on. So once the kids start getting mobile poopy diapers.
Yeah.
Lay the baby on the floor, diaper towards your dominant hand, leg opposite your dominant hand, goes over baby just enough to keep them from rolling, and your leg blocks their hands getting messy. Maybe unnecessary, but have never gone back. Hashtag emoji sicko. Okay. I'll be honest. I read that out loud, but I have no clue how to visualize this.
Okay. So this is what I'm envisioning.
Mobile poopy diapers.
Mobile poopy diapers. He has, Will, check me out. Can you see me?
Yep.
Here's baby's head. Here's poopy diaper. And I think he's on his knees. So he kind of has torso buckled up against the knees right here. And he's reaching over body like this. So he's operating down here. So then baby can't really roll because We got an arm on the torso, and then the legs are kind of pinched right there too. Does that sound correct, boys?
Diaper towards your dominant hand.
Sounds as good as possibly can be good. You'd have to try it, I guess.
Yeah.
Leg opposite your dominant hand.
We might have to have him follow up with a video demonstration.
I'll reply right now.
Okay. We need a video demonstration because our brain is in knots on the pod.
Gotta have video. No. Are we talking babies laying on the changing table and trying to be mobile?
Are they on their stomach? Are they on their back?
Like mobile poopy diapers, I'm thinking they're running around the house. They got a poopy diaper. Maybe the poop's laying out. Hey, get them on the floor right away.
Yeah.
But we might be talking about a changing table operation.
Yeah.
Which I would love to have heard it back when Scotty was in her prime with being mobile and trying to wrestle. And they get so good at bridging. They get so good at bridging with their head, bro, to where they're basically vertical in the air as you're trying to like wipe them.
Yes.
And then you're kind of just like, Scotty, just lay down, bro.
I on our changing table, I have a lamp on either end of the changing table. And this lamp right here is the one where I put Scarlett's head is over here. Scarlett's mission in life is to destroy that lamp. Like that lamp needs to die in her mind. And she's been doing that, dude, just arching her back and she's just grabbing the lampshade and just she wants to rip that thing apart. I also I have another dad hack here.
Go ahead.
It says if you don't like Will Compton's tweets, unfollow him. I thought that was a great dad hack.
Somebody wrote that in. Oh, I was gonna say, hey, you know what? Instead of me replying under his tweet, let me go into the Spotify comments and drop it. He'll see it there.
No, but we did reply to our friend that submitted the mobile poopy diaper. Derek just got on there on Spotify and said we need a video demonstration.
Yeah,
so,
Colton
there we go.
We said, can you email us a video demonstration because you put us in a blender trying to do this on air?
Yeah, we do need that.
And our friend that emailed in, Zachary, I'm sorry that we didn't read your email aloud on the pod, but that was from Zachary Green. So that's him and his kiddo. And they are Canadian. They're from Toronto. So shout out Zachary and his fam and his little dad hack it's called a jolly jumper seat. So if you go ice skating with your kiddo, a little dad hack for you, bring along a jolly jumper seat and you can skate along with your kiddo.
Oh, I love that.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it?
Do we want to go into call-ins? Do we want to do voicemails?
Yeah.
Am I missing anything? I feel like...
Hey, I do actually have a cool dad hack here from Henry Torres III on Spotify that I saw that I thought was interesting.
Oh, nice.
My 6-year-old has been wanting some iPad time. Negotiated a deal with him. For every minute he trains, he gets a minute on his iPad. Body weight exercises, speed ladder, boxing. He's playing basketball now, so we do ball handling and passing. The kicker, I do all the drills with him. He doesn't know it, but there's nothing I look forward to after the days of work than training with my boy. Hey, that's low key. That last sentence right there almost shot up. I'm feeling a frizziness in my nose right now from him enjoying that so much. Because I also think it's hilarious. He's got a 6-year-old, and hey, every minute you train, whether it be sprints, weights, basketball, every minute you train, you get some screen time.
And you know that stopwatch is just running a little bit slower than usual for some reason.
Yeah, because when you're in the middle of training, instead of just a minute of training, eventually he's going to have to earn it. Yeah. Hey, did you earn the training, earn the minutes in the training? Because I got you about 30 minutes, but only 15 of them were productive.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. I only saw 2 good minutes in that hour. You get 2 minutes on the iPad. That's so true. Oh my God.
Let's get into some voicemails.
Yeah.
601 the dads.
This first one is called Cloth Diapers.
Oh gosh.
Willie Sherm. Name's Hayden, a high school football coach up here in Northern Kentucky. Set to become a PT6er here in May. girl dad.
Congratulations,
I'm
man.
super stoked about it. Recently found out about the pod about a few weeks ago, and I've been going back listening to every episode, so I'm not sure if this topic's been covered. But my wife is dead set on us doing cloth diapers. I'm not quite sure how to feel about it. All the PT6 veterans aren't super encouraging either, making it seem like I'm going to be in the trenches of Normandy Beach here pretty soon. If you got any tips or advice, or know anybody who has gone through this process, feel free to send them this way. Love the work you guys are doing, man. Got me stoked to go on this journey with my wife and my future daughter. And keep up the good work.
Brother, congratulations, man. Sherm, if we can get some Googling happening right now. I only got 1% battery on my phone, so I'm not able to do it. But cloth diapers, I don't know if I've experienced anybody that does cloth diapers yet.
I have about this much experience with cloth diapers through talking with Jill on it.
Okay, so you might have some game.
Yeah, I have a little bit of game. Essentially,
is the game? Is it going to land with him? Like he needs to talk his wife off of it, or is it some game where there's some optimism? Oh no!
And I don't like Hayden. What's his name?
Yes.
First off, Hayden, thank you for your service of being a high school football coach. You sound like a legend. Your empty sixer sounds like a goddess. She sounds incredible. And best of luck to y'all. May is a great month for a baby to be born. Congratulations. I will say this.
Now for the veggies.
Yeah, I'm doing one of those, whatever the sandwich compliments.
Shit sandwich.
Yeah, shit sandwich. Now I will go as Derek is showing me a Reddit page for cloth diapers where it looks like just a bunch of people submitting their horror stories of cloth diapers.
They call them poop tossers.
Oh yeah, dude. It's a ton of hand washing. You're gonna have to buy a lot, first off. And it's just you're constantly gonna have to be cleaning these guys. And you gotta think when your baby is first born, so when you have your newborn, it's pretty much every 2 hours you're doing your feeds. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Will, but I think it's every 2 hours. And think about
2-3 hours. You're trying to push for a 3 hour window, but
think about
you never know. It all changes.
Think about all those diaper changes, dude, that you had to do in those 2 hour intervals. You're not just throwing it away. You are adding an extra step of, I got to clean this sucker. And then I got to dry this sucker to be ready to be worn again. It is an extra step. It's going to be a lot of work. They leak.
So it's doable. You just have to have several cloth diapers on rotation to where you got the clean one coming in. But the minute you change the old one, that one's going into now the washing process.
I have an analogy that I think might land with our golfing dads. This would be my analogy. He is starting to learn how to play golf, playing with blades, like blade irons.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which is like, that's what the pros are using. They're using blades. All the newbies, they got that little added weight on the back of it. It helps your iron shots to go further and straighter. It's a nice little handicap because you're new to this. He's starting off his golfing journey with the hardest clubs he could be possibly hitting. And there ain't nothing wrong with it, because if you start with blades in golf, you're going to learn ball control real fast. And you're going to learn what a bad golf swing looks like really fast. Same with cloth diapers. There's probably going to be shit and piss everywhere. So, honestly, Hayden, you're signing up for, a challenging next few months, but if MT6er is saying that
that's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, Hayden, you keep that girl happy.
Yeah, Hayden, the quote, man. Happy wife, happy life, brother.
Yeah, man.
And if mama's pushing it, then you gotta find. You know what? Then you gotta switch into stoic philosophy.
Yeah.
You gotta start telling yourself the obstacle is the way.
Yeah.
You're choosing the path of most resistance. The road less traveled.
I got a 4-letter word with one syllable, and it just rolls off the tongue. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
A lot of good in his future.
A lot of good. Yeah, dude, keep the wifey happy. All right. Tell her it's the best idea in the entire world, but tell her you heard from a friend. You might be signing up for a lot of extra work. And if it is a budget thing, if that is the reason, dude, then obviously it is you will save so much money that way. So much money that way. So if it's for financial reasons, totally get that too. And
Hayden being a ball coach brings me back to the Minnesota conversation.
Come on, man. Oh no. Yeah.
What are you assuming?
That late nights. Mama's gonna be having to.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard. That's another reason why I did jump into it. And I talk about how it's such a hard explanation, because as I am explaining it, it's not like I'm feeling like being a coach or being in that world is like, I'm like, oh, that's not the way to do it if you want to be a great dad. I'm just saying, I don't envy that as much as I used to because of the work and the time you have to put into it. When my man they're using the 2-week paternity leave as a variable. Yeah. Hayden and any coach, anybody trying to be, a dog at anything knows you never give them a reason. Yep. Them, as in the higher ups, you never give them a reason to get you out the door. Yep. And that just happens to be an extra variable. Part of me, I hear Hayden and I hear that he's a ball coach. I'm like, I kind of hate that. I feel like I'm saying it's a bad thing to be in that world. It's more of just, I'm doing my best to talk through it when Chef brings that up.
And it's not a bad thing. It also, hey, we aren't taught. This isn't like we're talking vaccinate, don't vaccinate. And once vaccinated, now it's too late. We're talking cloth diapers. Talking cloth diapers. They can switch to regular diapers whenever they want. If the cloth diapers don't work out, switch to regular.
I am finding, so that entire time, I'm so sorry I zoned out. I've just been going through Reddit cloth diaper threads. A lot of people are doing hybrid. So longer journeys with a nanny or something, anything in which you don't want it to be the cloth one, they're using regular diapers. But at nights, short trips, or whenever you're just around the house and both parents can be there and you're okay with it, they're using cloth. And a lot of people have saved a lot of money with that. So the hybrid approach seems to be the most kind of cost effective, and it doesn't leave you out and about with a cloth diaper. So
well done.
Great breakdown.
Well done, Deke.
Great breakdown. Shout out Hayden.
Shout out Hayden. Maybe I love that now we're providing a little bit of help to Hayden. Maybe go the hybrid route. Thank you, Deke.
Not only is he protecting the A gap, he's getting
wall.
Into the cloth diaper. Yeah, he's protecting the wall.
Yeah. He's protecting the wallet, the BB's behind, and the team.
Yeah. Hey, happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. How are you doing on time, Will Compton? Do you want to hit another voicemail?
Sure, let's hit another voicemail.
Let's do it. That was a great call in, by the way, Hayden. Thank you.
Number 2 voicemail is cans are effing gone.
What's up, boys? This is John from Erie, PA. I got a little dad hack for you. Last week, I put the trash out thanks to Willie One Shelf's advice. I have forgotten a few times, but since I've been listening to the pod, I have not forgotten. So thank you, Will, for that. But dad hack here, just throw your trash on the street, not in cans, just like loose trash or in bags. Just throw it out there for the wind to take it forever. Because if you put it in cans, the garbage men take your cans, and then the wind takes the cans and forever they're gone. So now I'm down 3 cans. I have nowhere to put my trash, and I'm screwed. So we're just going to leave the trash on the side of the road and just let it be, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, cans are fucking gone. It's awesome. So anyway, love you boys. Love the pod. Keep it up. Keep doing the Lord's work. PT6 out.
What kind of cans are we dealing with?
Where the hell is he living?
PA. He said he was in PA. I was like, are you in Oklahoma? Like, what's going on?
Is a tornado happening outside? The wind blows. They're forever. They're gone.
I think the issue might be with the garbage men.
We don't get cans in Pennsylvania. Like, you guys, there's house cans here. I don't know if that's a normal thing for you guys.
Yeah.
you buy your own trash cans in Pennsylvania.
What?
And so I know for a fact what this guy's going through. But the other thing is this guy has been in the call queue. Like, I've moved him every episode. It's been a little bit because I just love that guy sounds so defeated. He said you could put them in the can, but the garbage men take the can and then they're gone and the wind took the other ones and now I have no fucking cans. I loved this guy.
What a crazy... I just can't even wrap my mind around that.
Derek, is that a vibe where people just put their trash like just on the
100%
side?
No.
Like on the curb?
There's cans. Like I would assume that there are situations in which your can is full, so you put it there. I've never seen somebody just like leave their trash outside the house.
Yeah.
I would very much though stand in unison with this guy that if your cans are just gone, bro, do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah.
Not a vibe.
I don't know if that's more of a dad. That's more of a fuck the system.
Yes.
And this is a dad hack.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, is this something that we militarize the PT6?
Yeah, kid show. That you just pretend you heard a bleep with that F word.
Yeah. Do we militarize the PT6 community and try and get some legislation passed in PA for the cans to be provided? I've lived only in 4 states where I lived in every single one of those states provided cans.
What a sick flex, bro. You've lived in 4 states.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, Will.
All right. I'm just having fun.
Hey, he's
Just
having fun. He's
Just
having
having
fun.
fun. Oh, sick. You've lived in 4 states.
You've lived in 4 states. Missouri, do they provide cans?
No, you gotta buy your own.
Really? That blows my mind.
Yeah, but you got options.
Where I'm at in Bonne Terre, Missouri.
Oh, okay. That's actually a really good point too. Maybe if you're more rural, then they wouldn't provide cans. But this poor guy, I mean, that just blows my mind that you wouldn't have your nice garbage bin that you'd roll to the street.
I know, man.
No bad ideas in a brainstorm.
Yeah.
We should buy this PT6er a can.
We should buy
for his troubles.
Chef said we should
like a big, because I'm thinking too, yeah, sure. Let's just say that's a dad hack. It's not a dad hack we can actually get behind.
Oh yeah, no.
Hey, next week we hit, say this morning or as this episode comes out, and Sherm, you're like, oh, reminder, trash day, and it's just a photo of your trash on the side of the road.
I think he was using dad hack facetiously. He was using it as here's a dad hack because my cans are gone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you, Will. I think that Chef, I'll hunt it down if we can get this guy. But you know what he needs? He needs those 2x4 wooden containers that dads sometimes build that you put your trash cans in so it won't go away.
I have seen those.
You know what I mean? Yeah, those things are cool that, it hopefully won't fly away.
That's what he needs. Is one of those.
I'm down to get him set up. I'm down to help him out with the can.
I'll do some digging.
I would be down to help him out as well because I just feel like the answer is not leaving your trash on the side of the road. But I feel for him. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, I feel for him as well. He could be laughing, being like, "Damn it, the boys aren't taking this joke too well. They're taking me serious. They're taking it as I'm putting the trash on the side of the road." I just wanted to call in and vent.
He's sitting there like Will after the cool. You lived in 4 states. And, I'm joking. It's a joke.
There's robotic garbage cans nowadays too. They sit at your house and you track them like a little Roomba. And it goes out to the curb and comes back.
Hey, that's how the government can start tracking you.
Track your trash.
I'm trying to be off the grid with my trash cans, man.
Honey, I think the trash bins are listening to us because I was taking the trash out and I was talking about Burger King and now I'm getting all these Burger King ads on my
Burger
phone.
King wrappers in the trash.
It's crazy. Hey, that there's something there. All right. Lesson of the week. Quote of the week.
Do you have it? My phone's dead.
Oh, yes. Okay. In that case, I have a very quick. I thought it'd be fun to update on my lesson of the week. I think 3 weeks ago was calling friends on my drive to daycare to pick up Scarlett. So I have a nice little, if this is your first time listening to the show, a couple weeks ago, my lesson of the week was I was going to try and reach out to loved ones, friends, and have meaningful conversations during my car time when I'm driving to pick up my daughter, Scarlett, from daycare. And it's just been absolutely incredible getting to get back into my friends' lives, getting to talk with my mom and dad. I've been talking with them more so, and it has turned into then FaceTiming them once I get home with Scarlett and I'm out of the car, and it's turning into these like 45-minute FaceTime conversations where I'm basically just sitting the phone on our dinner table and they're getting to watch me feed Scarlett, and then I'm taking the phone to the changing table and they're watching me change her for bedtime. And just a ton of really awesome stuff has come out of me having these phone calls. And so I would just say, for anybody that spends a lot of time in the car and you love your friends and family and you love just feeding meaningful relationships in your lives, do it, because it's been awesome so far. It's been a really great start to 26.
No, I love that. There was the one that I had was going to be like book recommendations. If you have it, a great follow.
Oh,
for some like whether it's stoicism you're into or parenthood, Ryan Holiday. Can you guys still see me?
Can still hear you. And then it's a nice little frozen, but you look handsome.
You're blowing a kiss.
Okay, Charles was trying to FaceTime me.
Can see you now.
The fan was trying to FaceTime me. But it was like some of the books that Ryan posted. He was like, oh, there's some good reads for parents. It was one of his recent posts. I want to say there was a book called Range that I've heard about before. How to Raise Your Kid to Not Be Assholes. I want to say it was The Conscious Parent. But just a few book recommendations out there that I saw that I kind of favorited or saved on Instagram that I want to get to and order those books. So some food for thought, something I'm diving into.
Yeah, that could even be a really great for next week if any PT6ers want to put in some of their favorite reads, parenting reads. That could be really fun to kind of dive into that. I'm still only like 30 pages into Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. It's my goal.
You're gonna love that book
to finish that one. But yeah, any PT6ers listening, let us know on like some really great parenting reads. And Chef just had a great reminder for our Valentine's Day episode next week. Will and I will be recording on Monday. Make sure to get your Valentine's Day emails and call-ins in before this Friday. That's the cutoff. We're going to have all of our call-ins and emails for our Valentine's Day episode by this Friday. So make sure to
I am nervous that we did not do that at the top of the episode.
We'll film a nice little thing and we'll throw it as a call to action.
Sure, okay. Good videos going.
Anybody who's listened to the end of this, like when we do the emojis.
Yeah.
Sherm, what's the emoji this week?
Oh, pink hearts.
Sicko?
Pink hearts for Valentine's.
What is it?
Pink hearts for Valentine's.
Pink hearts for Valentine's Day. But the message, get your submissions in by Friday.
Gotta get them in by Friday, dude.
Voicemails, emails, whatever it is.
Yep.
Get in your content, your engagement with the boys. Get it in by Friday, so that way we can talk Valentine's Day next week.
And just a little teaser: we have a mom loss that will be a call in from my mom that features a story on Valentine's Day. That's just a little teaser.
Just a little teaser.
A little tease, and then I have I got a Dan Gable quote for you, Willie C.
Let's hear it.
My mind is never gone very far away from what I wanted to accomplish. Dan Gable.
There's a, since I am on my iPad, I typed in Dan Gable quote. This one's on sacrifice. You ready for some Dan Gable?
Hold on one second. All right, yeah, I'm ready.
The amount you're willing to sacrifice is directly proportional to your desire for success.
Fitting.
Well, I hate to make you read that one again, but I have to hear it. I have to hear it twice. It's that good.
All right. If you're thinking about 2 weeks of paternity leave, the amount you're willing to sacrifice is directly proportional to your desire for success.
Amen. Amen.
And I don't know who I'm talking to there. The career people out there.
Maybe some athletes that are listening to us. Maybe
the parenthood.
Rizzo's,
yeah, I don't know. I'm talking to parenthood.
Rizzo's sitting there snapping. He's like, hey, Dan Gable knows what he's talking about, man.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Double-edged sword.
It sure is. It sure is.
Hey, Derek or Chef, like, what was your guys's opinion on the whole? Now that we're at the end of this, can be like the post credits.
Yeah.
Post credits conversation.
On the whole what, Will?
On the whole the Minnesota Vikings GM.
I think you put it pretty perfectly. Like, at the end of the day, you're subject to your results, and like, it's like the same thing like any other job. It's like, if you're taking time off, but it's like in a way where, like, if you take, let's pretend that NFL season is like one of our big weeks at Bussin', right? Like, we'll probably have like a big week once a month, where it's a huge thing and everyone knows. Like, if I went and said, hey, during the Super Bowl, Super Bowl week is the week I'm going to take off, everyone would be like, why are you doing that? And I feel like the NFL, the difference is just every week is the biggest week ever, like that's the approach. And so, yeah, you have a shit season. Like, so what? JJ McCarthy's your quarterback. Like, tough shit, it comes back to bite you.
I think I'm a big fan of, like, you guys know, but like a big fan of, like, you choose exactly where you want to be, what you're doing, how you want to be, and you choose every aspect of your life, and like, you have to accept that fact. And so if he's going to take those 2 weeks off, that's totally fine. You have to also choose the fact that there's repercussions in that world, because guess what? I think I've said this to Sherman and Chef. We have here at Bussin', we have a job that there are so few of in the world. There are so few people that get to be in the position that I'm in currently, and I have to understand that with this position and the things that I want to do with my life, there are sacrifices I have to make. That gentleman has one of 32 positions in the world for what he does. If you love football and love that thing, there are 31 people he can call colleagues in the world. And to be at that level, to make what you make, to do what you do, and to love the game that you love it, there are sacrifices. And for anyone to come at you on Twitter and be like, this guy's a dad podcast, you're just kind of moronic, because you have a job that just requires different sacrifices and different things and different expectations. And moronic in the sense that you can't take the blinders off and see it, because I am exactly where I want to be in life, because I do get to spend time with my fiance and her family, and I get to spend time with my friends and things like that. And sure, there's things I could have done that maybe I gave up professionally to have more of a personal life. But you own up and you make those decisions. And at the end of the day, if you want to do excellent things, it does take sacrifices. You're saying no to things by saying yes to other things.
Yeah.
Well said.
Well said by Ben.
And again, if you're flipping like the whole, the sacrifices you make is directly, indicative of your desire for success, that Dan Gable says. If in that mind, like, you make the decision and whatever repercussions come with it, you are completely fine with, then boom, that is how you have prioritized the value and energy you're putting in your life. But to me, it's like the outside noise that comes in and tries to separate, like, I can't believe this culture in the NFL, like all this masculine bullshit. You say, yo, that's just the way it is. And if you accept the terms of the game, knowing that stuff like this can happen, which we all do. Whatever line of work we want to get in, or however we want to prioritize everything in our life, what you're signing up for, what could be at risk if you make certain decisions. But no, I thought that was well said, Derek.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well said.
It's one that just works you up, because the moronic opinion that gets involved.
Yeah.
And not compartmentalizing exactly what's being talked about.
Well, and it's funny that, like, the masculinity word was being thrown around as far as the NFL goes. Find any industry where you basically any industry. Like, if you're in fashion, you're like, hey, can I take off for these 2 weeks? I know that the Met Gala ball is that week, but
Yeah.
They'd be like, you're a psychopath. Like, this is our Super Bowl. What are you doing? You can't take
yes.
it
I
off.
think 600 people waiting for that.
What I loved about how you explained that all, and I think it's so true, is that whether you like it or not, that is just the way it goes. And that's like, I think that's what you're almost fighting against in the Twitter comments, is a lot of people going kind of like playing it with the idea already that it's unfair. And that's what they're trying to argue. And you're not even trying to argue that. You're trying to tell them, like, this is just how it goes.
Exactly. You're right. It's not like I'm not trying to argue that. It's like, yeah, dude, fucking life's unfair.
Yeah.
Like, it depends on what game you're playing. The game I played is all I can speak to and speak on in that culture. But when it comes to, there's many industries, many jobs, many careers, many businesses that those types of decisions happen and results like that happen all the time. Do I think it's fair? Fair is all subjective.
If you want responsibilities, you're going to have to give up luxuries. And that is across the board, whatever you're working in, masculine, feminine, I don't care. Like arts, blue collar, white collar, it doesn't matter. Like if you're going to be this guy up here, like there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to have to say, unfortunately, I have to give up some luxuries there.
We're kind of obviously just chatting now, but Will, one of the things that I see on social, and I never like to highlight the negative of social unless it's like the hater mail stuff, but it does makes my skin crawl, bro. When people go, oh, so the rich guy has dad problems. Like, oh, you're so upset, bro, because you got to do this. Well, guess what? You have money. And I've seen so many people, I will say, in this community that I haven't seen before come in and be like, you're just not a good person if you think money solves the fact that Rue wants to sing a song about her dad going away. Like, that is just such an unfathomable part of the position that people are in at times, where it's like, well, they're rich, so why does it matter if they're struggling as a dad? Because and they turn it, bro. And it's just like one of those things where, like, that guy, he can take those 2 weeks. That's totally fine. Like, that's okay. But also there's stuff that comes with it. And that means he's human, bro. We're all human. We say at the top of the show, we're figuring it out, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, a great dude to listen to on some subjects, like whether it be career, whatever it is, philosophy, whatever. But Naval Ravikant, he's got a podcast. It's like 3 to 4 hours long. It's called How to Get Rich. It's like a tagline he uses because it's an attractive tagline. But his whole premise is like wanting to get people rich first, because then once you're rich, like once you get money, everybody realizes, okay, it solves a lot of money problems that goes on, but there's all these other cycles. And he breaks down things in business and life and personal ambitions and all these things that is like a very insightful listen. But in that, he talks about, it's like game theory stuff. When you're choosing to participate in the game of social media, like it's a zero-sum game. It's like people are punching up. People are trying to, make themselves feel better because they feel like they have a sense of meaning because they feel like they're being a morality police by being like, oh, no, you should think this way, or, oh, you're dumb, or just trying to project their nonsense onto you. But the social media stuff, it's always a slippery slope. It's like when I know I'm commenting on something and I know it's getting some kind of mixed reviews like that, it's almost like you got to look at some of this stuff and then compartmentalize yourself. Like, okay, before I get caught up in trying to be understood by everybody, I need to just know that this is something to where you're not going to make everybody think the way that I think about it. So then you just try to flip it. All right, how can I be light about this? Brother, I don't disagree with you. Post a thing about, 4th grade to 6th grade or 7th grade. And then the guy's like, well, are you being serious, or are you trying to be funny now? You being a funny guy or a serious guy? It's like, man, I'm just tweeting. I'm just
That was
posting.
a great tweet.
I'm just being Will Compton, man.
Yeah, like, bro. Yeah, because that particular subject was definitely making its making waves around just like the social community.
Yeah.
Ava, if you're listening, we love to have fun on the show.
So in the back, he goes, we'll cut it.
All right, do what you got to do, fellas. I got to FaceTime with the family.
Sounds good.
Great zone.
Great zone.
Sign us off, Sherm.
Yeah, pink hearts in the chat. Take your trash out and put it in a can. Put it in the can.